Hey Legacy Builders, welcome back to the channel. So, happy May to everybody. I am recording this video on May 1st. I just finished closing out my April budget, which hopefully you guys will see either today, the 1st, or maybe on the 2nd. And then I'm going to release my May budget setup. That's what I'm doing. I'm setting up my May budget. Hopefully you can grab a drink or a stick of gum, piece of candy, take out your workbook, your calculator, your pen, and let's brainstorm a budget for May together. So in my annual budget workbook, every single month starts with a brand new set of pages. First is the brain dump. I used my brain dump page to basically write out all of the charges that we made on our credit card in December because we're paying it back line by line. So I could track it here. This is what I want to do. Just one thing at a time. One line item at a time, pay it off. And then I have a list here because I always pre-plan my budgets. And so what I planned was certain things that I want to focus on. So the next page that I have in my annual budget workbook after the brain dump is the calendar. And the calendar is blank. It's a Sunday start. I used to use lots of stickers. You can decorate this however you want. I just filled it in with pen. And then at the bottom I have a to-do, goals, and affirmation section. So you can write an affirming note to yourself. You can write some top focuses or top goals for the month, top to-dos, whatever you need to here, so that you can remind yourself each time you look at your calendar. After that, there is a vision board page. The vision board basically reads, set your intentions. You've got this. And I like to do things in threes. I realize it's like something that's just, it's natural. It comes down to me. I just want to list it. 1, 2, 3. What do I have to do? So my vision, I see debt down to under $4,000. I use this little sticker. I don't know what you call it, but this was a gift from one of my lovely subscribers, and I appreciate you so much because I'm putting these to good use. This reads, faith in God includes faith in God's timing. So I love that. Inside, I just wrote, God has given us the power to get wealth. And that's my inspiration for paying down this debt. I want to see debt down to under $4,000. And then I wrote, I see higher balances in our regular purpose funds. So I want balances in these that exceed $100 each. I don't want just 301 and 0 in another and stuff. I want to see higher balances here. So I'm going to work on that in the month of May. My third part of my vision for the month of May is I see our giving for Teachers Appreciation to be a blessing, a way to honor our children's teachers, because teachers work hard and I appreciate them. The really good ones deserve extra motivation and extra gratitude and thanks. So I want to definitely do that. So I have to make sure our money is put aside for that this month. Since Teacher Appreciation, I believe it's the second week of May. So even if it has to be like at the end of the week, I still want to make sure I do something for their teachers. Our top 3 goals is the next page. And it just reads, you are your only competition. So it doesn't matter what the person next to you is doing. What the person next to you is doing is beneficial for their budget, for their family, for their life. What we're doing here is beneficial to us. And I'm only sharing this as a way, one, because it helps keep me accountable. So I'm sharing my budget, I'm sharing our goals, all of that. But also remind yourself that what you're doing, if it's working for your family, if it's beneficial to your family, then keep doing it. Okay? Because you are your only competition. Hopefully, when you review your top 3 goals, you look at what were my goals in the month before. Did I hit any of those goals? This was our goal for April. Top focus was to pay down debt. This is our goal for May. No Google Play purchases. And that's specifically for me because, child, I've been doing too much. Even though I know it's been a struggle, I need to work out my emotions in a better way and not spending hundreds of dollars on Google Play. That's just being real and honest. Focus on Mom's Day, Mother's Day, Dad Day, and Teacher Appreciation because that's just what I want to do. Eat at home, cook at home, because I really need to hone in and get a really finite or exact amount of money that we should be putting aside for food each month. Okay, and then I just wrote my bills here, so I don't have a bill tracker in this monthly annual budget workbook, but you can use these blank pages however you need to. And so this is where I wrote the bills, our fixed expenses. These are our fixed costs. They don't really change, the dates, and that way I can check it off when it's done. I've already paid 2 bills for the month of May already because I wanted to get it out of the way. And another one of those stickers, well, it's like a sticker and you can write in it. It says, "And where she stood strong." And that just spoke to me. It just encouraged me. So I put it here and I wrote a prayer for myself. Lord, help me to cook healthy meals at home for my family. Bless us with healthy food to prepare in Jesus' name. And that's real talk. That's serious. Okay. So that's the top 3 goals page. You can use stickers and do however you want. Next is the monthly budget. I have not filled that out. I'm going to do that with you. And then I have 5 budget by paycheck worksheets in this book. Not to be confused with the Budget Mom, who is awesome and amazing, but it's a budget by paycheck. So these are paycheck budget worksheets. I have my income, expenses, and tithe because that's important to me. My top priority is Psalm 84:11. For the Lord God is sun and shield. The Lord gives grace and glory. No good thing does he withhold from those who walk uprightly. So I'm just going to flip through quickly to the rest of these, but I'm going to do my first budget by paycheck setup and closeout, I think, in this video, along with my May budget, because we're already in May and I like to be ahead of the game. Let's see what this girl is talking about. Okay, so what was I talking about before I left? Okay, it's another budget by paycheck. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We have 5 paychecks in the month of May. I'm excited about that. Then we have expense trackers. I have 4 in this workbook for each month. I am working on updating this. I've been saying that for a while, but I'm working on updating this so I can re-upload it to Amazon, because I think some of the months are missing a 4th expense tracker, so I have to fix that. But there are 4 expense trackers here. So 2 of them I'm going to use to track expenses moving in and out of our operating account, and then also the same thing with the credit card. Then I have 2 savings funds or 2 savings trackers. So you can track the name of the account or the fund that you're using, the starting balance, if you added or subtracted anything, the ending balance, and the fund goal, if for kicks and giggles. And then at the bottom, again, goals, notes, and brain dump section, so you know what you're expecting of yourself for the month. So after that, I think the net worth is next. Yep. So the last page of each monthly section, excuse my voice, is the monthly net worth worksheet, where you can track your assets, the amount of your assets, and your liabilities. And so I haven't done this on camera in a while. We've been going through some ups and downs in life. Your journey is not finite. Things are going to change. Some days and some months and some quarters are going to be really up. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit down, but it's ebbs and flows, right? It's okay if assets are a little low one month and then they go up the next, but be consistent and growing. Remember, you have to crawl before you walk. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn to hold your head up before you can even sit up. Like, these are just things we have to go through. So it's going to be fine. If you want to track your net worth, you can. If you don't, you can use it for something else. But let me start with mine, since I'm doing mine in this video. For May, again, these are the charges from December of 2023 that I want to attack in the month of May. And hopefully we can do more than this, but I want to track it each week and do my highlighting so I know what's done. This list here of 11 things, this is basically what I want to write down to show what I want to focus on in the month. And the first thing is investing automatically. So my pen is not working. That's embarrassing. So I switched to this Bic Gelocity 0.5 nib pen because it was there and it's working. So investing automatic every single month. Or every single week. So I set this up in April. Excuse me. I set this up in April and it's starting to work really well. So for every type of platform that I have, I'm going to be investing automatically. That means the money is going to be transferred from our operating account once every week. And that's also going to include the kids' 529s, because I don't want to have to manually transfer it every time. I want it to be automatic. So we're trying to build up our cushion in that account effective immediately. And investing automatically is the top goal, because as we pay down the debt, we free up money to send to our future selves. So that's important. The next thing I have to do is open a 529 account for my youngest child, which is my daughter. She's 2 months old. The third thing is to earn an additional $500. So how do we do that? Well, one of the ways, before we say, oh, get a part-time job, oh, start another side hustle, oh, create more products, is by decreasing the debt. Because essentially, if we do that, we give ourselves an automatic raise. As much as we keep paying down this debt, we have more money to use and to create more additional income with. And it frees up our time. Okay, a few other things that I'm thinking of that I want to remember that's important is Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Teacher Appreciation. And I think what happens is when we're writing goals, or we're setting, we're writing our to-dos, seeing it in more than one place is helpful to me. Because then it really reminds me, okay, oh yeah, I have to do this, I have to do this. Because I will really forget if I don't have it written down, even in a few different places. We have to, I'm thinking about summer fun, because we're almost in spring. The weather's getting warmer. June 22nd, I believe, is the first day of summer. School's going to be out. We need to have funds for all the things that we're trying to do with our kids. And because the baby will be a few months old, you know, we can start taking her out a little bit more. Debt reduction for sure. The children need summer clothes, so that's a thing. We have to do that. And then we have to think about school clothes, because you know that's going to come up really soon. Once summer is over, boom. It's like you have to have the money, you have to have the clothes, and they're growing so fast. Vehicle savings, because we're going to buy a car. That is our plan. We need to have money for gas, potentially for tolls, and then for just maintenance, because car maintenance, come on, you know you need car maintenance money, right? So these are just some things I've been thinking of, and I wrote it here on my brain dump page, because that's how you use it. You kind of just write down the things. It doesn't have to be neat or super organized. You just have to put down what's on your mind, because it gets it out of your head and onto paper. All right, so that's it for my brain dump page. For me, my month of May, the budgeting period starts on the 28th of April, ends on the 1st of June. That's it for me. And there are 5 paydays. So let's see, how do I'm going to do this? I might just use a highlighter. Keep it simple. We have a payday on the 3rd, on the 10th, the 17th, 24th, and the 31st. And then I'll just use this pen to write over it, payday. 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 Bills. I'm going to write that in on my calendar. And I do have my, where do I write it? I think I wrote, nope. My bills here. So the first is rent, which we paid already, and then next is Geico. And then on the 5th, we have PSEG, which is our electricity, but we paid that already. On the 12th is life insurance 1, or is it the 13th? Nope, I mixed that up, but it's okay. Spectrum is doing the 12th, life insurance is doing the 13th, but that's all good. Next is 18th is Metro PCS, so we'll write that in. And then 19th is life insurance number 2. And then I think that's it. National Grid is a bill, but it's not really, we still have a credit there. So I'm still writing it because who knows what could happen. And then it's not a bill, but on the around the 15th of every month, I have a automatic charitable donation to Save Horizon coming out. So Save for Mother's Day. Oh, when is Mother's Day exactly? Is it the second Sunday? I should know this. Save for Mother's Day and Father's Day. And we need to reduce debt by at least $1,000 to get that well under $4,000. Reduce debt by $1,000. And let's see. Okay, May 12th, right? So this is Mother's Day. And there we go. We're going to Mother's Day. And here we have some appointments. So we have dentist. We have the doctor. We have a doctor's appointment here. And this is, yeah. And then I have a doctor appointment here. Okay. And I think that's it for my calendar. I'm not doing anything too much. I'm just writing out paydays, when bills are due, and what special events are coming up. Vision board is done. Top 3 goals is done. And now we can go into the monthly budget. So let's see what we're working with. In the month of May, we're going to work with a minimum income of $5,000. And our monthly bills include our rent for the next month, our car insurance for the current month, our electricity bill, as we wrote on our calendar, right? Life insurances, number 1, life insurance number 2. What else? We have our internet, which is provided by Spectrum. We have our Metro PCS, which is our cell phone. And I think that's it for food. National Grid, I said food, for fixed expenses. Our National Grid bill is 0. I know that because we have a credit there. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So rent for the next month is $1,500. Geico, last month Geico was, oh my gosh, I feel like it was 86. No, it was 82. $83. So we're going to still budget $83 for Geico. And our electricity bill, we're going to budget $60. Life insurance number 1 is $33. I know how much the electric bill was already, but I pre-planned it to be $60. Life insurance number 2 is $36. Spectrum is $87. Metro PCS is $93, and National Grid is $0. Fixed expenses are $1,500 plus $83 plus $60 plus $33, $36, $87, $93. $1,892. Let's see if that's right. Monthly savings. We are going to save purpose funds. I broke this down. I'll break it down to the actual funds that we're going to be giving money to when I do my budget by paycheck. But I have $250 going to those. And then we need to save in our household category. And this is a high yield savings account. So household is going to get a minimum of $150. And then we have our food, of course, because we're saving in that category so we can buy food during the month. $350. Nope, $300. Sorry, $300 is going there. We plan to put some money into our miscellaneous savings account, and that is going to be $33 for the month. So $33. And I think that is it. Yes, that is it. So 250 plus 150 plus 300 plus 33 is $818 for our monthly savings. And then we have miscellaneous. So this includes our tithe, our extra giving. And I did not include my extra giving in my monthly budget. So I know I'm already going to be over because I did not plan for this. So tithe is the first thing. We are going to give $500. And then debt, the minimum, we're going to make that $1,000. And last but not least is cash. I plan to pull out cash to do savings challenge and have some spending money with, so that's $625. $625. So 500 plus 1,000 plus 625 is $2,125 for extra giving, debt, and cash. So we should have a zero-based budget with this. 5,000 minus 1,892 minus 818 minus 2,125. I still have $165 to work with. Oh, my investing. How did I forget that? Oh my gosh, investing. I did something wrong. I did something seriously wrong because I have investing at 250 also. So I added something wrong. 250 plus 150 plus 300 plus 33 plus 250 is 983. I must have added something wrong. Okay, let's try this again. $5,000 minus 1,892 minus 983 minus, okay, no, I did it right. So I have I have a zero-based budget. You couldn't see any of it. You probably couldn't see any of it, and I'm so sorry. $500 for tithe, $1,000 minimum debt payment, $625 pulled out in cash. That is our zero-based monthly budget. Income planned at $5,000, bills at $1,892, savings at $983, and miscellaneous at $2,125. So there we go. That's my monthly budget. Let me zoom out so you can see the full page for May. Let me write May up here because I don't want to be confused when I open up this budget workbook. So 5 paychecks, $5,000, and this is going to be our very first budget by paycheck budget and closeout, because by the time you see this, I'm already prepared. No. I'm not going to do the closeout now. I already made the money moves because the money was there early, but we are going to plan for $1,000, and I'm just going to do the budget right now because I still have some moves to make because it's not the end of the week yet. That's my top priority, Psalm 84 verse 11. Our giving for the first week, I think we're going to be over budget. We might have to dip into the cushion just a little bit. Okay, so our tithe is planned at $100, and that's the only giving for this week. Investing is going to be $50. Now we have automatic transfer set up for Fidelity and for Robinhood. I skipped the space because it just felt a little tight. So 25 and 25, which is a total of 50. Cash expenses, what I hope to do is take out $125, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put laundry is going to get 30. The 10K challenge, which is my 100 envelope challenge, is going to get 60. I have a scratch off from Hands and Bands that I'm working on Tasha's Money and stuff for Mother's Day and Father's Day, and we just put $20 aside for those. Oh, and then I have Marlene from Snow Gardener 307 budgets, Life of a Pig savings challenge book, and I'm going to put $15 aside for that. And that's just for this year. I'm trying to finish that book as quickly as I can. And this should be 125. So we have 30 plus 60 plus 20 plus 15. Boom. So that's 125 in cash. Now for bills for the first week, a fourth of the rent for June. Actually, this is a little bit less than the fourth because we have 5 paychecks, so we're spreading out $300 a week for next month's rent. And then Geico, because it came out automatically, we budgeted $83. We have our debt payment. Yeah, of course, debt. We're going to budget $200. So bills and expenses, like, no, 300 plus 83 plus 200 is $583. Whatever you consider a bill, bills are usually those fixed expenses, those things that you have to pay on a certain date each month. And I'm counting debt as a regular bill now until we get all of the credit card balance down to zero. For savings, we are going to put $30 into the household. That's the plan. I don't have anything for the emergency fund yet for the month either because we have other goals. We got to get the debt down first while still putting up money into these funds. Food, we're going to add $60 to the food fund. I'm going to use miscellaneous here because that's just for random things that can happen, and no Google Pay. No Google Pay this week. $6 into miscellaneous. Cushion will get $3. No. I don't have a budget for cushion. So we're looking at 30 plus 60 plus 6 is $96. And then for purpose funds, I think I'm focused on, what am I going to do this week? Clothing. Oh, transportation. Let's do transportation first because that one needs to be beefed up a whole lot. Transportation, we'll put 15 at least. Clothing, 25. And then wellness will get some money. That's another top one that I know is going to need some money. So we'll put $10 there. So 25, 35, 45, 50. That's $50 for those funds. So let me turn this around and see if I have a zero-based budget. $1,000 minus 100 minus 50 minus 125 minus 583 minus 96 minus 46. We're over budget. Minus 50. We are over budget by $4. Whew. Planned income $1,000. Planned expenses $1,004. Let me make sure I did that right. 100, 96, 50, 50, 125, 583. Yep, $1,004. I don't have a zero-based budget. So that means I need to change something. This does not happen often, but it does happen because this is a real life budget. So it's not a perfect thing. Because I'm over budget by $4, what I'll probably do is take it from miscellaneous. Instead of putting 6, I'll put 2 just to even things out because the cash is already set in stone. That's something that I don't want to shift. Of course, debt is important. We have to pay bills. This is automatic. Our tithe is non-negotiable. These are the only things that I could negotiate on, and I'm going to take it from miscellaneous. So that's that. We have a zero-based budget. All is well. Everything is done. Yay! Okay, so the next video after this one, if I haven't messed up my rotation of videos, is going to be me closing out the first paycheck for the month of May, which is May 3rd. Okay, so that's our May budget set up. We have our budget, our first paycheck set up. We have our goals, our vision board, what we see ourselves doing and accomplishing in the month. And then we have on our brain dump page all the things that we're thinking of that we need to incorporate in our budget as the month goes on. I hope you have a wonderful and prosperous May. I hope you enjoyed this video enough to give me a like. Don't forget to comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, you guys continue to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now.